What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, on December 4th, out there in Los Angeles, shout out LA, police were called to the home of this woman right here, pictured in this video. Her name is lled Finlayson. She was 27 years old. Now, she was shot and killed by police moments before, moments after this video, this still was taken. Now, the family has since filed a $30 million lawsuit against the city for wrongful death. And they released the police video. Now, in this video, they're going to show you, in this news clip, you're going to see a couple of things. And if you watch it and don't pay attention, you'll miss it. But you got to go back and look. I had to look at this video several times to pick up some things, as to why I think the family would sue for $30 million and why I honestly believe it's a case they won't win. I'm going to go ahead and play this video and let you guys see it. This woman was shot in front of her 9-year-old daughter, which is horrific. It's a domestic dispute. And let me say this before I jump into this video also. If somebody calls the cops on you, especially as a man, and they want you out of their house, leave. How hard is it to follow simple instructions? You'll see that all through this video. And may she rest in peace. And I know the family's hurting. And I'm just commenting on the video. I don't mean no harm. But I got to say, from my standpoint, what I think. Take a look.
The LA County Sheriff's Department has released the body cam footage of the shooting death of a Lancaster woman. 27-year-old lled Finlayson was killed by a deputy after she called 911 to report that her ex-boyfriend had tried to strangle her.
And Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Fisher is live in the newsroom with a shocking new video on this story. Michelle?
Well, David and Giovanna, a little more than 3.5 weeks ago, this fatal deputy shooting occurred. The Sheriff's Department today releasing the 911 audio and that body camera footage from the December 4th incident in the name of transparency. A warning that the footage you're going to see may be disturbing to some. 27-year-old lled Finlayson shot and killed by an LA County Sheriff's deputy. The fatal encounter coming after she'd been the one to call them for help minutes earlier.
Yes, hello. I need the police here. This man, he won't get out of my house now.
Finlayson heard here making that frantic 911 call shortly after 6 on December the 4th, asking for help at the Cedar Ridge Apartments in Lancaster.
Yeah, I need the police here right now. No, because he won't get his hands off of me.
This body camera footage showing deputies responding to the domestic disturbance, hearing yelling from inside, then attempting to force entry into the apartment. Finlayson eventually opening the door with a large kitchen knife in her hand. You can see weapons drawn as the deputies enter the unit. The deputy in front handing her colleague a taser as they step inside and first encounter Finlayson's 9-year-old daughter. We're freezing the video because of the disturbing nature, but within a matter of seconds, as Finlayson turns towards her boyfriend with a knife in the living room, the officer with a taser draws his service weapon and opens fire, striking Finlayson multiple times.
No, don't drop it! Why did you shoot?
That question, top of mind for many as the community gets a first look at the footage made public today. LA County Sheriff Robert Luna saying in a statement, quote, the department released the body-worn camera footage ahead of the legal time frame to demonstrate our commitment to transparency and the visual representation of the facts in this case. As the comprehensive review process continues, the department will gain additional insight into the incident with the goal of improving public safety. And per California law, body-worn camera footage from a deputy shooting must be released within 45 days of the incident. While the LA County Sheriff's Department continues its investigation, the LA County DA's office also conducting its own independent review. Finlayson's family, meantime, filing a $30 million claim against the county.
All right, guys, that's the sad news of what happened to Miss Finlayson. But I'm going to be honest with you, and you know how I am on this channel. I'm going to call it down the line. And I'm going to back it with proof. There's a full video. It's about a minute, something long, right? I'm going to play that video for you real quick before I go into it, and you'll see, instead of snippets of what the news article showed, it'll show you the whole thing, and you can assess for yourself. I think, honestly, Miss Finlayson was wrong, and she was a main contributor to her own demise. Take a look.
Hey, come out, come out. Yeah, I'm gonna stab him because he just
All right, guys, that's the basically the unedited video of what happened. And in the video, I quote four things. Well, four things come to my mind when looking at that video. First thing is this. Miss Finlayson had a choice when she opened that door. Now, she had the knife in her hand at the door, which was a mistake. They kicked the door. It seemed like she said, "Hey, can I help you?" I don't know if she had that known it was police, but that's neither here nor there. When she opened the door, she had the kitchen knife. Her daughter was standing right there. She called 911 as if the man was the imminent threat. At that point, they told her to come out, follow the directions and come out. You're right near the door, just come out. Drop the knife, come outside. That's the first thing I didn't understand when I watched it. I'm like, your daughter's right here. You can tell them the same thing you're going to tell them in the house that you can outside the house after they commanded you to come out and get you away from said threat, if he was a threat. Does that make sense to anybody? That makes sense to you guys out there? That's the first thing I noticed. She had a choice. Second thing was this. They want to, the families has this lawsuit going. This one thing, I think, dismisses the whole thing. And this is why, even though it's an investigation going, they put this out there to stop this whole thing from being a big trigger effect and turning into something really big. The reason why they showed that was, what did she say when she was at the door, guys? Her daughter was there. They were telling her to come out. And she says, "No, I'm going to stab him because he put his hands on my kid." Then she immediately left. Did you see the one female officer? She had the taser out. Then she took the taser, gave it to the guy, and then went to the firearm because she went over there with the knife, inaudible hollering and stuff over there. She became what? The aggressor. She got a knife. She pulls the gun. Looks like she's going to attack because she named her intentions. I'm going to stab him because as they coming in the door, the little girl said he punched her or he pushed her. I think he said he punched her. Coming in the door, chaos ensues. He's up like this, already got his hands up, no weapon. She has the knife. Advancing towards him, he's backing up. He gets down on the ground. They're telling her, put the knife down, put the knife down. She's close enough to make a strike with him. She grabs him. They shoot her. They shoot her in front of her daughter. That's sad, man. Sad. See, one of the things I want to say in this video, just because you call 911 does not mean you were right. You have the right to do what she did because you called the cops. And they're coming towards him. They're coming to just quell the whole situation. Her actions put them in a position where they had to make a judgment call. Either let her stab the man and then do something, or shoot her, and they shot her. It was a judgment call. A lot of officers would have made that call. Now, it's unfortunate that this happened in front of that baby, but the thing is, they could have came out the house and she didn't have to go over there to him if he was the threat that you first called the cops on in the first place. That's the part I don't understand. We all need to understand something. When it's a domestic abuse dispute, the cops gonna come, and they gonna come en masse. I've seen them. I seen 30 cops like on foot just roll up at a house where people was fighting. You never know what they're gonna run into, and they never know what kind of chaos they run into. Every cop that comes to a house that just responded to a domestic dispute somewhere else, and it might have had crazy results. So the way each officer individually looks at the situation will be different in how they handle you. She called the cops. When they came, she should have came outside, man. Should have came outside. These police, you see them when they first walked up, they looking in the window, they hearing all this noise and stuff like that. They don't know what the hell's going on in there. And then they double back before they went and cut that corner. When they cut the corner, what do they see? Her with the knife on him, he backing up with his hands up, sitting down. She grabs him with the knife, already told the cops she's going to stab him. They not going to let that happen. They blasted her. Now, a lot of people can say, hey, well, they could have used the taser. They could have used this. They could have used that. I understand that. But from the height of that, the few seconds, they went in there when she already announced she was going to hurt him and went to him with the weapon to hurt him. They got to stop the person. They're filing a lawsuit. That's an uphill battle. That's a hard thing to climb because she didn't follow lawful commands, number one. Number two, she issued a threat and seemed like she was about to carry it out, whether she was or wasn't. She made contact with the man with the weapon in her hand. She walked from the door when she could have came out and quelled the situation, went to the person, made contact with the weapon out. It's a judgment call. And it's sad. When these officers come in these chaotic situations, if nobody calms themselves down and the situation gets more and more intense, so do they. So do they. It seems like, man, we don't know what to do when the help we call for arrives. And it costs us our lives, man. I mean, in front of her baby, man, that's just sad. I mean, she could have came out the house. The guy choked her or whatever. They'll handle him. He right there. Another thing is, you know they called the cops on you. Why your dumb ass still there? You should have booked. That's the thing, man. These dudes get the cops called on them. Sometimes these girls be doing crazy stuff. Call the cops on somebody, man. All right, you know what shit is real. Leave. Or at least create distance to where, like, hey, okay, I done went outside, went down the street. When I seen the cops come, hey, officer, listen, say something. I'm not going to leave and you're going to have to make me leave. It always turns into something bad. And this is the case. This is sad, man. Sad. Can't follow directions. Call the law and then take the law into our own hands. Now, he punched the kid. I'll be hot too. But I mean, the cops is there. You can't do what you wanted to do before they got there. So why even try to act on it now? Let them handle it. If he punched your kid, it'll be documented. The little girl said it. All in all, this whole thing is a mess. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. When cops come, you want them to help you with order. They're going to make judgment calls if you can't calm yourself down. And you issuing threats in front of them, they're going to follow the law, make their own kind of order, and handle things the way they feel as though they can operate within the law. She lost her life. See you in the next video. Take care.